Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be breaking down the recent announcement from both Moderna and Pfizer that they have now an updated COVID-19 booster. We'll be breaking it all down. My name is Brian Barsoon. I upload YouTube videos daily. I'll link all my socials down below in the description. I just want to jump right into this though, because it might be a little bit longer of a video. I'm just going to try to keep it concise if I can. But I do want to stress this at the beginning of the video. I am not a doctor. Consult your doctor if you want any advice on taking the booster. The goal of this video is just to provide the facts as to what's in the doses and what an explanation of everything. So I just wanted to briefly touch upon this article for CNN Health, and then we'll go over the press releases for both Moderna and Pfizer that they've released, and I'll try to give you some analysis of that. So here from CNN Health, FDA authorizes Pfizer and Moderna's updated COVID-19 boosters. The U.S. FDA on Wednesday authorized updated COVID-19 vaccine booster shots from Moderna and Pfizer. This is the first time updated COVID-19 vaccines have received emergency use authorization in the U.S. And they're both bivalent vaccines, and bivalent, I'll break down what that means in a moment here, that combine the company's original vaccine with one that targets the BA4 and BA5 Omicron sublineages. And they submitted applications, and they should probably get approval for them. So then it breaks it down a little bit. So I just want to go to the press release here so we can get a better understanding of everything. Here's an article from the Daily Mail as well covering it. But we'll start with Moderna. So Moderna's is going to be a 50 microgram dose. So if you don't know what microgram is, it's fine. But so it's bivalent. So what bivalent is, meaning it's going to mean two. So half of it is going to be the original Wuhan strain. So if you've had a COVID vaccine or a booster, half of it is going to be that same shot. Now, the other 25 micrograms is going to be the updated booster, which is going to be for Omicron, BA4 and 5, and to a certain lesser extent, BA Omicron 1. So Omicron 1 was the one that went through the United States and most of the world at the end of last year. The BA4 and 5 is the one that's most prevalent now. That if you've had COVID within the last couple of months, that's probably the one you received. About 80 to 90% of the COVID cases in the United States are the BA4 and 5 strain. But so taking a look at this is the press release from today, and it breaks everything down. But I'm just going to do a control find, and let's type in BA5. Shows up one time here. So just reading this here, this press release contains forward-looking statements as amended, including regarding development of the company's COVID-19 vaccine targeting the Omicron BA4-5 variants. So that's the one time it's mentioned on here. If we go to BA4, it's mentioned a couple more times. It's one I want to highlight here. Let's see. Okay, so this is from their press release. The 50 microgram booster dose of mRNA-1273, that's the main Wuhan strain, and then the .222 is the version with Omicron. Includes 25 micrograms of mRNA, which is the RNA vaccine, encoding for the spike protein of BA4-5, and 25 micrograms encoding for the original strain, so half and half. So this is interesting that of the 50 micrograms, it's the bivalent. You're getting half of what you already had if you had the booster. So you're just kind of reinforcing, I guess, what you've had originally in your vaccine dose. And then the other half is the Omicron of BA4 and 5. So now, is that going to be enough? That remains to be seen. But that's the dosage that they're going with. So I just wanted to mention that briefly. It's mentioned a couple more times here, just kind of explaining the same thing, that it targets the subvariants of Omicron. So just wanted to highlight that. And then we'll go to the Pfizer announcement as well. So this one's a little more interesting than the Moderna one. So this same thing, Pfizer and BioNTech announced Omicron-adapted COVID-19 vaccine candidates demonstrate high immune response against Omicron. So again, I'll just do a control find. We could do BA5 here. So this is the first time it's mentioned, a couple more times here. Okay, so just want to highlight this part here. In a SARS-2 live virus neutralization assay tested on sera from participants. And what do you mean by sera? they're taking these sample sizes from people who have never gotten COVID yet, which is interesting because pretty much everybody has had COVID by now, but they did find participants from this press release so these people have never had COVID. They're participants over 56 years of age and older, and it's saying that they efficiently neutralized the BA4 and 5 subvariant with titers approximately threefold lower than BA1. Pfizer and BioNTech will continue to collect additional study data. So that's one part I wanted to highlight here before I go into the meat and potatoes of it. So looking here, let me just find this part. Okay, so this is the main part here on the top. So breaking it all down, what they do, this is an important line here. Preliminary lab studies demonstrate both Omicron adapted candidates neutralize Omicron BA4 and 5, though to a lesser extent than they do for BA1. Now, what that means is it does neutralize the BA4 and 5 Omicron, but it's actually better at neutralizing BA1. BA1, the Omicron from last year, is not prevalent in the country anymore. It's about 3 to 5% of cases currently that still have BA1. So it's still out there, but the predominant one is BA4 and 5. So between the two, Moderna and Pfizer, Moderna is going to do a better job at the newer strain, and then Pfizer is still going to do the job, but to a lesser extent. So you can make your decision there as to, choosing between the two. And then just breaking down the amounts, the Moderna was a 50 microgram dose. This is going to be a 60 microgram dose. So just a little bit more of an increase, like a 20% increase in the dosage, and it's going to be 30 and 30. So it's the same as Moderna. So it's going to be 30 micrograms of the Wuhan strain, and then 30 micrograms trying to combat the Omicron strain. So just wanted to highlight that. I hope we got all through all that data, and it was a lot of info I threw at you there. Leave some comments down below if you have any other questions about it. I'll try to answer them as you guys send them in. But just wanted to get through the meat part of that first. If you have, if you want more of a scientific breakdown, like I said, I'm not a medical doctor. Consult your doctor. I'm going to highlight a couple of YouTubers that are medical doctors, and you can get advice from them. The first one is Vinay Prasad, who's a doctor and has a YouTube channel, and he actually just released a video here breaking down some issues with the Moderna vaccine that's coming out. And then another one as well is Dr. John Campbell, and he breaks everything down as well. So he had a video a couple weeks ago highlighting this, that actually Moderna was highlighted for authorization in the United Kingdom as well. So they were a little bit ahead of us. It got approved in the UK first for the Moderna one. I'm not sure about the Pfizer one, but I know the Moderna one is approved in the UK, and now subsequently it will be approved in the US as well. And finally, I just wanted to go back to the CNN Health article because it does have a couple more key pieces of information I wanted to provide to you. So the Pfizer updated vaccine is going to be available for ages 12 and up, and the Moderna vaccine will be available for adults 18 and older. So again, Moderna 18 and up, Pfizer 12 and up. Those numbers might change over time as the other vaccines did as well. But for now, those are the age ranges you can receive the dose with. And then also, I did say that it's most likely going to be approved. That vote for that, the CDC's Vaccine Advisory Group is scheduled to vote Thursday on whether to support recommending the boosters for use. Most likely, it probably will be approved, but that vote hasn't happened yet at the time of this recording. But that's going to do it for this video. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Once again, I'll leave all my socials down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and take care.